All eyes are on the horizons as we bump along. Will these whale sharks show this time? We're about an hour out and the captain's radio begins crackling again. He suddenly turns to us with a big grin and points. We're in luck. There they are.
Dad! Oh my gosh, look, it's right there. Oh my gosh!
And luck is overflowing for us today. As a school of about, not 2, not 5, or even 10, 50 whale sharks circle nearby.
Huge.
That they are. In fact, they are said to weigh as much as some of the bigger dinosaurs, and they grow up to 40 feet long. That's about the size of a school bus. Although they do have rows of tiny teeth, they do not use them for feeding. They are filter feeders, and despite their massive size, they only eat tiny plankton, microscopic plants and animals. So they swim with their mouths open, while all the plankton plus a few small fish food flood in. Once the whale shark gets a full mouth, he pushes the water out of his gills and swallows the food. He warns us that they are a vulnerable species, and we should try to avoid touching them. But he says sometimes it's impossible, as these whale sharks aren't really bothered by our presence, and they just kind of swim where they want, regardless of us. But you do need to be careful of the back end. The tail fin is very strong.
You have to be careful because their fins are the size of me. Their back fins, and trust me, it hurts. He high-fived my face.
The guide says the best viewing position is by the whale shark's gills, and we soon find out why.
You got close right next to their face. The current from them swimming would actually pull you along. So you're just right next to it, staying there. He went to the surface and the gills stopped pushing me back. So I went really far forward and looked at its mouth, and it was cool.
Another amazing experience. Manta rays swim amongst the whale sharks, joining the plankton feast. These huge creatures, which can grow almost 25 feet across and weigh up to 3,000 pounds, are barely dwarfed by the size of the whale sharks as they glide and flap, looking almost like giant birds flying through the water.
The manta ray was doing flips. I think it's a territorial thing. It was doing flips in the water, and I was right above it, and the under part is white.
This is part of the manta ray's feeding pattern. It herds its prey into a tight ball and then swims or somersaults through it. And we jump in for a final swim, so excited to have finally found the massive whale sharks and their acrobatic friends. What a journey here in Cancun, Mexico.